Welcome back, everybody. Didn't finish the month of June last time. That's okay. We'll finish that up this time. Then we'll head into July, where there's a lot in July, so we're probably not going to make it through that, but let's finish up June 28th. Let's see what's going on here. This is... Forgetting the names again. It's been too long since I've done all this. Anyways, comrades and patients. So this is the younger student and her sensei. Which one's this? On the second floor of the Western-style Hoshiken, it even has an old wooden clock tower. There's a large hall, half of which is a tatami room. I fell in love with it the first time I laid eyes on it. The fact that this school has a space like that, and that it's reserved for student use, made me green with envy. It became one of the reasons I chose this school. After visiting the school, I decided I didn't want to go anywhere without a building like this, somewhere I could hang out after school with a friend. That was my goal. That's why I'd come to this room after starting here, even if it didn't have anything to do, and I'd feel happiness and pride in my heart. Yet, now I don't even care. My mood's totally clouded. The space had seemed so dazzling, the tables polished by the hands of countless prior students, the ornate frame of the arched doorway like it was representing the history of the school. But I barely even see them now. That's not a shred. There's not a shred of joy in my heart. I sat alone at the table in the corner of the room, hanging my head. Maki, that's her name. I don't even want to come to school anymore. 2 months ago, I was walking on air every day, just for getting into this school and being able to go here. But what's with me now? I'm thinking I don't even want to be at this school I used to love so much. I'm struggling to even leave my own room, let alone my house. But I can't help remembering it when I'm alone. I remember it and regret it, and I want to scream. But why did I come here? What did I think being here would do? Along the tables lined up in the tatami room, various clubs and committees are having meetings. All sorts of people are making the most of their after-school time. People looking serious and people just enjoying themselves. None are like me. Of course, none of them are idiots like me. I don't want to be alone, but I don't want to be around people either. No matter where I am, I always end up thinking back to how pathetic and awful I was. No matter where I am, I can't stand it there. It feels like my whole body's wrapped in sandpaper. And it's all my fault. Everything that I looked up to, the person that I love, I ruined all of it. I messed it all up. Negative feelings like shame and regret plugged up my chest. They felt like they were choking me. What does Senpai think of me? I kissed her while she was sleeping, and that wasn't all. After she woke up, I apologized with everything I had. I apologized because I wanted her to forgive me. And I wanted her to forgive me because I truly knew that I shouldn't have done it. I did it even though I knew I shouldn't have. But that's not all. I even got down on my hands and knees. I wondered what Ahara-senpai thought when she saw me like that. When she saw me apologizing for kissing her. I bet Senpai doesn't even want to see my face anymore. It's not as if she's avoided me since then. I still see her during lunch and after school, when I go to her classroom, and when I tell her I'll help with her work. It's not like she turns me down or anything. I don't think I'm just imagining the rift that's there between us. Will we ever be able to talk like we used to again? I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid and disgusting and thoughtless. Is there anything good about me? Is there a single thing I can be proud about? A single thing that's likable about me? There's nothing. Yet I was so ecstatic. I was so sure Ihara-senpai would start loving me back. I was wrong. I sent her my letter of confessed, and though I didn't get a clear answer, it wasn't a no. We became closer than we had before, and I thought we were getting closer after that too. But that was probably just as senior and junior. As friends, thinking it was okay to kiss her was just my mistake. It must have creeped Senpai out. Just a junior, another girl like her, and while she was sleeping and couldn't say no, I didn't even think about how unpleasant or creepy it might be for Senpai. It's too late now. It's already happened. How can I get her to forgive me? How can we go back to the way things were before? No, we can't. It's already too late. And the moment I realized again that there was nothing I could do to take back what I'd already done. Oh no, I'm going to cry in front of people I don't even know. What would the point of crying be? And if Hara Senpai found out about it, what would she think of me? I was the one who hurt her, and then I get all sad and mopey about it on my own and cry? What will that do? And am I thinking Senpai will feel sympathy and forgive me? Is that what I'm thinking? That's selfish. Oh, I can't hold it in, and I can't take a deep breath and let this bitterness out. I'm sorry, Senpai. I'll never go to see you again. I tried to go see Senpai up until yesterday. I thought maybe she would forgive me, but I can't anymore. I know I can't see her anymore, but the tears are still growing in my eyes. It's all going blurry. Huh? There's a blob in the blur, growing closer. Someone small. Is that Hina-chan? The familiar tracksuit-clad girl was definitely walking straight to me. No, not now. Stay away. I don't want anyone to see me looking so pathetic. But Hina-chan stopped right at my table. Saina-chan? She said my name just as I feared she would. I looked up and let out a sound like the start of a sob, and Hina-chan sat down in front of me. I bought you some bread. Saida-chan, let's eat. She said something crazy again. I was so surprised that I made a strange noise too. And just like that, she said, Hina-chan started pulling bread out of a bag one after another. More and more, maybe 10 in all. I watched in awe as she laid them all out. Eat whichever one you like. Why? I tried to keep my voice as normal as possible, but I'm sure she heard every tremble in it. Hina-chan thought for a while then. Anyway, it's good to eat something at times like these. You seem pretty low on energy. Pretty low on energy, huh? Yeah, with a face like this. But I was strangely comforted by Hina-chan's words, and I felt my spirits lifting a bit from before when I'd been about to burst. Thank you. Yes, I'm grateful, but I don't know if I can eat anything fried right now, though. There's like a lump in my throat. I don't know if I'd be able to get it down. You think so? I heard oily stuff's good at times like that. Really? I've never heard that before. Is she really doing this on purpose? No, it's Hina-chan. I'm sure she really thinks that. When she asks me things, and now when she's trying to cheer me up, she's so candid and uses so few words. That's why it feels like all her words are important. If this is how Hina-chan is, maybe I really shouldn't hide anything from her anymore. I sniffed in once, hard, and strangely, that seemed to stop the tears from spilling forth. I opened up one of the rolls she'd given me and nibbled on the curry bread. The stinging spiciness of the sauce filled my mouth. And while I ate my bread, and while Hina-chan munched on her own roll across from me, I heard her mutter quietly, "What's wrong?" A simple question with no distractions, but... What do you mean? I was confused for a moment. Hina-chan's question was so simple. The words had just poured out honestly from inside me. Well, I think I heard someone important to me. Someone precious to me. Someone precious to you. You hurt them? Yeah, I don't know how to face her anymore. So you don't want to see her? No, that's not it. I want to see her, but I don't think I should. And when I think that, I don't know what to do. What has she said? Has she said she doesn't want to see you? No, she hasn't. She hasn't, but I wonder. I don't really know. I think I did something really terrible. With Hina-chan, the thoughts I wouldn't be able to tell anyone just came out. Maybe it's because I like Hina-chan's eyes, though I could see people thinking she's glaring at them. Even if she isn't saying anything, she's urging me to continue with her eyes. When nothing more was said, she thrusts another roll out to me. More bread. Is she really trying to give me energy? Things are getting kind of silly. I'm already pretty full. I got through the first curry bread somehow, but just eat one more. Okay. Then you should go see her. But even if I go, we can't talk. Because I feel like nothing I can say to her will change things. You don't need to talk to her, but you should be near her. You think so? I should. Even if I might feel bad because I'm near her? I don't know, she might. But she also might forgive you. But either way, you won't know unless you're near her, right? You might be right, but it kinda hurts. If I go to see Senpai and sense that invisible rift between us again, it's going to be hard. Maybe she'll forgive me and accept me like she used to again. I considered that thought, but even holding on to that hope was painful. That's why I thought I shouldn't see Senpai anymore, but Hina-chan continued. You have to deal with it. Simply and clearly. Deal with it? Forever? She's precious to you, isn't she? Is she someone you can't stand being near? Oh, she's right. No matter what Senpai thinks of me, it won't change the feelings that I have for her. It's true that it's hard, and I might start feeling sad and pathetic again, but even still, no matter what happens, I don't want things to go on like this. I don't want her to leave me. Why couldn't I figure this out until Hina-chan told me? Why was I about to give up? Yeah, you're right. I think Hina-chan's right. How did she so easily know what I should do? Could Hina-chan has Hina-chan also... have you had to do that before, Hina-chan? Dealing with being near someone, even if it hurts? She started thinking for a moment again, then gave another quick response. It's a secret. That was it. It didn't seem very fair, but I know there are some things you don't want to say, and I was glad she told me this stuff. A secret? I'm fine just knowing that Hina-chan has felt the same way that I do now. Here, eat more. What? I'm really at my limit here. I haven't even finished the second one yet. You can't. Want to take it with you then? No, I'd feel bad. You should eat the rest, Hina. Okay, I'll do that. Even if she gave me this bread, there's no way I'd be able to finish it. From how much Hina-chan usually eats, I bet she could, but I can't. Hina-chan returned the bread to her bag, then stood up. But before she left... Sanya-chan? Yeah? Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm going to practice then. Just take this one with you. She tore off a section of the tricolored bread and tossed it into her mouth, leaving the rest in front of me. 2/3 of the tricolored bread. Hina-chan, does this mean something? I wanted to ask, but she'd already gotten up from the tatami and was trotting off. Now I just need to do something about this myself. I'm sure Hina-chan came here because she saw me about to cry. She came here to cheer me up. She even brought me bread for me. Something about that just makes me really happy. Nothing's resolved with Senpai yet, but now I know what I should do. I wonder if Hina-chan thinks of me as a friend. We sit next to each other in class and have been talking a lot lately. It seems like we've actually gotten pretty close. Yeah, I'm happy about that. Yeah, for now, I should just do what Hina-chan told me to do. For now, I'll go see Senpai. I don't know what will happen if I do, but I know that nothing will come from continuing to run away from her. But what am I supposed to do about this? On the table was the bread I'd been unable to finish, and the 2/3 of the tricolor bread Hina-chan had left me. It's a little funny, thinking of it as a sign of Hina-chan's friendship. It cheered me up. Well, that's good. I'm glad she felt a little sorry for that. We never really got to see her feel any sort of remorse for what she did. But that's good, and kind of sad. That was a really long part 2. Anyways, we're moving on to July. Let's go. So this looks like our 3 broadcast club people. Oh no, this is the timekeeper. Of course, how could I be so silly? I've been in a mood lately. I've been in a good mood lately. When I saw my face reflected in the window, my expression was so soft I almost wanted to look away. I was in an almost conspicuously good mood. Though I don't think too many people around me have noticed. Haruya-san. I ran into Kobo-san in the hallway between classes. She had been glancing around somewhat suspiciously as if searching for someone, and her face had lit up when she seen me. She came running over eagerly. Don't run in the hallway. It says so right on that notice over there, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. I leaned back and gave Kobo-san a warning as she practically sprinted over to me, sending her breaking with her heels. Sorry, Haruya-san. Be careful. She was all smiles and she gave me a sharp salute. I felt my heart filling with heat even as I chastised her. She's really an amusing girl. I found myself quite interested in her. So, Haruya-san, for lunch, do you go to the cafeteria? Sometimes, I suppose. I eat there when I buy lunch at the school store. Oh, so you've never eaten the cafeteria food? It's pretty good, you know. It's kind of a waste not to try it, don't you think? It hasn't been that long since the two of us became friends. So when we see each other and talk like this, we're always learning new things. It's sort of a refreshing feeling. So you're a cafeteria eater then, Koba-san? Oh yeah, I'm a regular. I've tasted the whole menu. So go ahead and ask me if you've got any questions. Oh, I mean, you want to go to eat lunch together sometime? Yeah, sure. Alright. Koba-san grinned, striking a triumphant pose. Just that was enough to get her beaming. There must be something wrong with me because I find every innocent expression of hers absolutely adorable. I don't think of our relationship would be like this. My original impression of her was that she was nothing but a serial truant. The typical sort of latecomer who's used to a lifestyle of staying up late, letting her guard down, and getting ready at the last possible minute. The type who's all the more trouble since she's not doing it on purpose. But I found myself a little interested in all the new excuses she thought up each time, prefacing them with, and declaring them triumphantly. It was completely different than forgiving her as a disciplinary committee member. I just found her interesting as a person. I'll give you my recommendations when we do. Then, oh yeah, what kind of stuff do you like anyway, Haruya-san? Well, I tend to have bread for lunch. I buy it at a bakery in my neighborhood in the morning. Oh, I getcha. You kinda look like the Japanese food type. Though you'd eat dried mackerel or something. I like Japanese food too. Oh yeah, I was right then. I just had a feeling though. I first started sensing her gaze at the beginning of the school year when I assumed the role of standing at the gate and checking the latecomers. It wasn't just at the gate in the morning though, it was in the halls and all around campus. It was a direct gaze, intense and impatient, as if she wanted to say something to me, and painfully fervent. I think I'd grasped the fact that she'd held affection for me, because I knew that gaze. I had looked that way at someone before myself. At my kindergarten teacher. Older sisters of my friends, classmates of mine in middle school. It wasn't clear to me what I was feeling at the time, of course. Now it is. Oh, yeah, the cafeteria's got like a weird new meal now. A weird meal? It's an, oh boy, okonomiyaki meal? Okonomiyaki with rice and miso soup. That's so weird. Doesn't the oh man, how many times are they gonna make me say this? Okonomiyaki. 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 Take the place of the rice. I hear that's common in Kansai. Ah, seriously? The other day when she'd been late again, she said to me, "Let's be friends." I was completely taken aback. I was aware of her affection, but I was never expecting her to jump straight to "let's be friends" with no fanfare whatsoever. And she just avoided being late. breathing wildly, voice cracking, face bright red, and eyes sparkling. I had to stifle my laughter every time she'd given me a lame excuse before, but I couldn't hold it in at the time. My personal interest in and an affection for the student named Youka had swelled up in me in that moment when my laughter burst out, and it's continued to swell inside my chest, almost suffocating me even now. Is it good having a flowery thing like that with rice? If you're curious, why not try it? It could be worthwhile. Maybe, if you say so, Ari-san. Maybe I'll give it a shot sometime. Actually, now that I think about it, it does sound pretty good. I made okonomi udon once, and it was tasty. What's that? Well, I was alone at home, and I was really freaking hungry, but I only had 13 yen, so I boiled some udon, and I found and tossed it in some leftover okonomiyaki we had in the fridge. Well, I can't really imagine how that must have tasted. Maybe something like udon with tempura? Like, it looks sort of like kitsune udon, so that's what I was thinking it'd taste like, but the okonomiyaki already had the sauce on it, right? So the sauce mixed with the soup, and it turned into this really weird flavor. A weird, good flavor. It was super rock. Rock flavored? I can't really explain it super well, but it's just like blared, you know? I don't really know what it was, but it was something, that's for sure, like that. She explained the taste of the okonomi udon, making exaggerating gestures. The information didn't really get across at all, but I found myself smiling at her enthusiastic description of this inexplicable experience she'd had. Since becoming friends, Kobo-san interacts with me directly like this, but occasionally with a strange sense of distance. Her interest in me is completely upfront, though she seems to struggle to put her thoughts into words. It's sort of like she's just throwing herself at communication with me, but it's much more pleasant than I thought it might be in the beginning. Put positively, she's pure, but negatively, she's an idiot. But that's what's good about her. It's charming. I find it very sweet. Well, what? I came back to myself when I heard her panicked voice. My hand had reached out on its own to touch Komo-san's ear. It had moved so impulsively I hadn't even noticed. Oh, this is pretty bad, huh? Even though I was a bit disturbed by my behavior, I still felt I couldn't remove my hand. I was enjoying how Komo-san was flushed up to her ears and frozen stiff too much. I somehow managed to feign composure by the time I took my hand away, at least. You're a rocker. I was wondering if your ears were pierced or anything. That was as bad as one of her excuses for being late. I thought so myself. I hoped she didn't notice my confusion or that I'd acted on impulse. Well, stuff like that, kind of seems like it'd hurt, you know? She'd said it with a little peevishly, embarrassed, like she knew what she was trying, which saying sounded pathetic. I couldn't help bursting out into laughter. No, you know, my rock, isn't something that can be expressed with, piercings and stuff. I had to laugh again when she practically added fuel to the fire. It was laughter from how cute and charming I found her. No, I believe you, I get it. That sounds just like you, Koba-san, I said, pulling my hand back to my own cheek and trying to hide the heart rising in me. Aw, they're great. I like them. I like them even more now that you've got a look inside her, Aki's, what was her name said? Oh man, we were just talking to her. Aihara, that's her name. Is it Aihara? Man, this is bad. I completely forget. I need to get my memory checked. Anyways, that was fun. We had a sad story and we had a very uplifting story, so kind of two contrasting, parts for today's episode anyways. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did or didn't. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.